In this video, you'll learn how to add shadow effects to HTML elements using CSS. You can use these CSS properties: text shadow, box shadow. Now we'll look at them with examples. CSS text shadow. The text shadow property in CSS adds a shadow effect to text. This is the syntax of text shadow property, where first value is for offset X, second value is for offset Y, third value is for blur radius, and fourth value is for color. To use text shadow, you only need to define the horizontal shadow and the vertical shadow, as you can see in this code. And you can see the preview here. To apply a color to the shadow, you can specify the color value, as you can see here, as shown in this preview. To apply a blur effect, you can use this format, where the third value 6 pixels is used to apply a blur effect, as you can see in this preview. To apply a glow effect, set the first two values to 0, as you can see in this code. And you can see the preview here. CSS multiple shadows. To apply multiple shadows to text, you can use a comma-separated list of shadows. This example demonstrates a combination of blue and red glow effects, where this value is for blue effect and this value is for red effect. And you can see the preview here. This example displays white text with shadows in red, green, and yellow, where this value is for red effect, this value is for green effect, and this value is for yellow effect. And you can see the preview here. Border using text shadow. You can also use the text shadow property to create a solid border around text, without adding a shadow effect, as you can see in this code. And you can see the preview here. CSS box shadow. The box shadow property in CSS is used to add one or more shadows to an HTML element. This is the syntax to specify box shadow property, where first value is for X offset, which is used to set the horizontal position of the shadow. You can use a positive value to place the shadow on the right side of the box, and a negative value to position it on the left side. Second value is for Y offset, which is used to set the vertical position of the shadow. You can use a positive value to place the shadow below the box, and a negative value to position it above the box. Third value is for blur, which is optional and is used to blur the shadow of the box. Fourth value is for spread, which is used to set the size of the shadow, where the extent of the shadow spread is determined by the value specified. And the fifth value is for color, which is optional and is used to set the color of the shadow. Horizontal and vertical shadows. Basic usage. Simply define the horizontal and vertical shadow offsets. As you can see here, the shadow will default to the current text color, as you can see in this preview. Shadow color. The color parameter specifies the shadow's color, as you can see in this code. And you can see in this preview that the shadow color is red. Blur effect. The blur parameter sets the blur radius. A higher number results in a more blurred shadow, as you can see in this code. The third value 10 pixels is used to set the blur radius, as you can see in this preview. Spread radius. The spread parameter determines the spread radius. A positive value expands the shadow, while a negative value reduces its size. In this example, the 15 pixels value expands the shadow, as shown in this preview. Inset parameter. The inset parameter changes the shadow from an outer shadow to an inner shadow. As you can see in this code, the inset keyword makes the shadow appear inside the element, as shown in this preview. Multiple shadows. An element can have multiple shadows, separated by a comma. This example demonstrates a combination of yellow, black and orange shadows, where this value is for yellow shadow, this value is for black shadow, and this value is for orange shadow. And you can see the preview here. This was all about CSS Shadow Effects. Please check the video description for more information. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tutorial videos.